Gently dab the paint tools into the buckets with sponge and paint water. Transfer the paint tools over to your paper to create a textured pattern. For the texture plates, lay them out onto the table. Get a piece of paper, lay it over the top of the texture plate. Once the paper is securely over the texture plate, rub against the paper with an oil pastel to reveal the pattern. Once you are happy with the pattern that you have created onto your paper with oil pastel, use watercolour paints to paint over the oil pastel and see the pattern come through the watery paint. Using acrylic paint, gently dab the end of either the texture lids or the large cones into the paint. Transfer gently over to the paper. You can either create a pattern lining up the circles or overlapping the circles to create different textures. Apply some paint to the end of the sponge. Transfer it onto the paper by gently dabbing to create a rough, bumpy texture. You may want to experiment with different types of sponges and see how the texture changes from each sponge. Using the tubs of liquid watercolour, squeeze the end of the pipette, put the pipette into the liquid watercolour and slowly release to suck the liquid up. Once the pipette is over the page, you can squeeze the end again for droplets to come out the ends of the pipette. Once you have got a few drops, you can move your paper around to create lines and drips. If you'd like to create a more splatter technique, squeeze the end of the pipette faster. Using the food dye or liquid watercolours, put a large paintbrush into the paint. Once it's over your page, pull back the bristles and release to create a splatter technique.